my fellow felines, this is KittyCatPWYarn here, and welcome to another speed build video. And in this video, I am building a base game only family home. And when I say family home, I mean it has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So whether that qualifies as a family home or not, let me know, because I want to think it does, but I'm not 100% sure if it does or not. I mean, technically you could have a family of 3 here. So, yes, in my opinion. So this is 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms with a full living space, obviously. And I did actually end up putting this on a 15 by 20 lot. So there isn't a backyard or anything, but I think it's really cute. It's like a nice little Suburban. And honestly, I don't do many like just plain Suburbans. At least not this style. I don't know, it feels different than most of my other houses for whatever reason, and I actually really enjoy how it turned out. Now you will see that I did place some columns from Get Together on all of the corners, because originally when I started building this house, I hadn't planned on making it base game. But then I kind of was thinking, I was like, well, I mean, pretty much everything else is base game already, so why not just go for it? Because I've been wanting to do something base game for a while anyway, just because I mean, obviously base game is more accessible. So I just decided to kind of run with it and made this house entirely base game. And I don't know how many of you out there listening are builders, but if you do build, you know that if you have a lot of packs and then you go back to base game, it takes a toll on you, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna put this in and this in and this in, but then you don't have it because it's not base game. Like, there's a mirror that I always use that's not base game, and I completely forgot about it, and I was gonna put a laundry room in, but I couldn't do that because laundry came with laundry day stuff, and that's just kind of how this entire build went. And that's how most base game builds go for me, at least, because I forget that I'm doing anything just base game. But I mean, it still worked out pretty well, and I think it's pretty cute. I mess around with the floor plan a little bit here. I actually left it in for once, wow. Because I was having a difficult time with it, but I ended up finding something that I actually liked, and I was going to make this 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, but then I really didn't see the point in it, so I ended up turning where I would put the bathroom downstairs into a dining room. So yeah, and upstairs is where all the bedrooms are, and where all the bathrooms are. One of the bathrooms is an ensuite, and then the other is a hall bath next to the kids' room. And, I don't know, like I said, I really enjoy how this turned out. I hope you do as well, and it's super base game friendly. So, feel free to go ahead and download that if you want. My gallery is KittyCatPWYarn, or my origin ID, which is, my origin ID is KittyCatPWYarn, and hashtag KittyCatPWY. Clearly, I am not awake right now, and I don't quite know why, but, I guess I'm just kind of getting excited that I'm getting so far ahead in my pre-recording, I guess, because the day I'm recording this is actually the 31st, so I'm recording this in 2019 still, so there's that. And this probably isn't going to be posted until, like, the 10th, because I've been trying to get ahead, and that's one thing that's, like, on my New Year's resolutions, quote-unquote, even though I don't really conform to New Year's resolutions. That's kind of one of my things. I just want to be more consistent on YouTube in general, and not take super random hiatuses, though I know there will be one. I don't know quite when it's gonna be, probably like late February, I'm hoping. I don't quite know yet, but there will be a hiatus early in the year, unfortunately, and I've talked about this endlessly, so if you've listened to most of my other speed builds, or some of my more recent speed builds, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what the hiatus is for. But yeah, that's why there will be a hiatus, but that's part of the reason I'm trying to keep up on my schedule, I guess, because that hiatus is gonna happen very quickly, and I don't know when it's going to be needed. So that's why I'm trying to get ahead at least like a week or so I can have a little bit of time to figure myself out before I record videos again or whatever. And like I said this in one of my videos recently, I don't know how it's going to go. So there might not even be that long of a hiatus. I might just throw myself into YouTube to try and kind of help with what I'll be dealing with, but I'm not sure. I don't know if that's what's going to happen or not. But yeah. So anyway, it's the new year. How is that treating all of you? I'm excited for it, and I'm ready to see how it's going to go for me. And I'm at a point right now where I don't know, I only know one thing's going to happen. And even then I don't know for sure, but I'm excited to see what happens this year, the good and the bad, because, you know, that's just what life brings, and I should be used to it by now. And a new decade also. I know, like, that's going around like crazy everywhere, but a new decade is like kind of crazy. I lived through 2 whole decades already. That's weird. Weird to think about. I'm 21, so yeah. 2 whole decades. That's weird. Because it seems like a lot less than that, but also a lot more than that all at the same time. But, you know, that's just how life goes sometimes, I think. But with the new year, I got a new planner, which I'm very happy about. I do have 2 issues with it. One of them I fixed, the other I can't fix. But the first problem is it didn't have any of the monthly tabs on it. So, like, you know when you get a planner and you can kind of sort, like, flip to the month by the tabs that are there. This one didn't have that. So I fixed that one. I cut the month tabs off my planner from last year and taped them onto this one, and it doesn't look perfect, but it works. So I'm excited about that I was able to fix that. But the other one is kind of weird. And frankly, I've never seen this in a planner before, but you have like the monthly spread and then the weekly spread. And monthly is just like the 1st through the 31st of that month, and that's it. And then the weekly is like the 1st through the 7th or whatever. And typically in most planners, I've been using planners for like 3 or 4 years now. And in all the other ones I've had, you have the monthly spread for January, and then you have weekly spreads for January, and then at the end of January you have the monthly spread for February, then the weekly spreads for February, and so on and so forth. But this one, for whatever reason, it groups all of the monthly spreads together. So it has a monthly spread for January through December, and then has all the weekly spreads after that. And it's interesting to say the least. I don't quite know how I feel about it because it's kind of weird, honestly. Like, no shame to you if that's how you like your planners or whatever, but I've just never had one like this before, and it's gonna take me a minute to adjust. But I also really love this one, though, because it has, like, a bunch of things people would typically put in a bullet journal in this already. So it has a water tracker, a goal tracker, and a rate your day thing, which are the 3, like, probably main things I would put in a bullet journal if I were to do one, which I won't because my writing is gross and I wouldn't keep up with it, whatever. That's why I buy, like, pre-made planners. But this one has all of those, and it also has a little task thing every week, and I just really appreciate that. And another kind of silly thing I like about this planner that it has, like, super random, like, little national holidays in it. So it has, like, Bacon Day, and Hugging Day, Dress Up Your Pet Day, Nothing Day, Lazy Day, Eat What You Want Day. And I find those really amusing. So, those will be fun, and every day, like, I'll find one and just be like, hey, to my boyfriend, I'll be like, hey, today is Bacon Day. So, like, yesterday, as I'm recording this, so, December 30th is Bacon Day, apparently. So there's that, I guess. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just really excited about my new planner, and I like planners a lot anyway, so I was very excited to get this one in. and I had actually wanted a different one, but I waited to get it until like a week before 2020 because that's how I roll. I procrastinate. And the other one was like $15, which is fine because it's a planner and whatever. But then I went to purchase the planner and that one was out of stock. So I was like, okay, well, I need a planner. And I was looking through the other swatches of the one that I was going to get. And this one was actually like $6, and I don't quite know why, because it's the same exact thing, except like a different cover. I guess, that's the only thing, but I'm not complaining. I really love it, honestly, and I'm really happy to have another planner, because for a little while I was convinced that I wasn't going to get one for 2020, and I was more worried about that than I should have been, realistically. And another thing about my planner that's different this year, normally I am able to keep a pen in the rings of it, and kind of use that as a like marker as to where I am in the year or whatever. But this year I can't do that, so I just have like a little paper clip at the top of each page where I'm going to be, and I'm actually using a like fine point marker instead of a pen this year, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'll probably still use a pen for some things because I just found one of my favorite pens. I know I'm an adult, I have a favorite pen, huh? Yeah, but I'll probably still use a pen for a few things, but what's going to go in the ring binding of my planner is a cute little pen that actually kind of matches the color scheme of my planner, so that makes me pretty darn happy. And I'm just very excited about this planner, which is probably weird, but it makes me feel more put together. And if you know me at all, you know my life is a mess. So having a planner that brings me any semblance of organization or put togetherness is the thing I need the most in my life. So yeah. But now that I've rambled through most of this house about a planner and other random shit, we're going to talk about the house some more, because that's what this video is about. So right now we are in the master bedroom, and if you've been paying attention to what's going on screen at all, you'll notice that this house isn't very cluttered. And I definitely did that on purpose, because with just base game, as I said towards the beginning, it's really difficult to clutter stuff because you don't have as many options, and a lot of the stuff you want to use isn't in base game, which is very unfortunate and made me a little sad, but that's okay. So in my head, I kind of imagine the people that lived here as an excuse for not having much clutter around because it's base game. My excuse was, oh, well, these people want a picture-perfect, catalog-ready home. And that's what they have. You can tell by the fact that pictures are perfect, everything is just perfectly placed, and yeah, everything is just right where it needs to be. Everything has its place and every place has its thing. I don't know. There was a quote that I was looking for that someone or something made on a show or a movie. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it, but I just can't. So there's that. I also used those pictures in the kids' room that I don't think I've ever used before. The sloth picture and I actually don't know what the other one is, but one's a sloth, there's a llama swatch, and then the other swatch is the one that I used. And right now we're just putting like a little office kind of area at the top of the stairs with one of the old bulky computers, and I also end up putting a chess table up here as well. And actually there aren't many bookcases here. I think there are only 3, which is weird for me because I typically use bookcases literally everywhere. So not having that many was a big change for me. But we are going to be going into screenshots very soon, so I think I am going to just leave you here. I hope you all enjoyed this build. It is on the gallery if you want to download it under the hashtag KittyCatPWY or my origin ID, which is KittyCatPWYarn. Feel free to go ahead and give it a download, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, friends. I hope you guys are having a perfect afternoon, evening, or whatever, wherever you are in your neck of the world. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to become a paw parent because I post new videos all the time. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!